quote the terrific Saturday Night Live skit, "You had me at Wes Anderson." Before we begin the review, if you have not seen the SNL horror movie fake trailer, horror movie made by Wes Anderson fake trailer, go right now, drop what you're doing, go elsewhere on this very platform and watch it. It is amazing. Whoever did that deserves at SNL at the time deserved a promotion. Alright, anyway, that being said, hi everyone, it's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raise Up Talk with Grant, everybody. And tonight we are talking about another movie. Movies and TVs, what we do here. And that movie is Asteroid City. Asteroid City is the 11th feature film directed by Wes Anderson. It is also written by Anderson from a story by Anderson and Roman Coppola. And who stars in it? Well, it would be easier to say who doesn't star in it. Like many Anderson films, it is an ensemble work. So, we begin the story. It is 1955, and we begin the story with a television host played by Bryan Cranston, the great Bryan Cranston, introducing us to, on a local TV station in black and white, obviously, in letterboxed form, to the story behind the making. Hey, what's up, Drew? The story behind the making of a play called Asteroid City. We are introduced to the playwright. He is played by Edward Norton. And we are introduced to the actors who will be playing the characters, who are also played by pretty big actors. So it's actors playing actors who also are playing characters in a play that is inside of a movie about that is also somewhat about the making of the play. Yep, it's a nesting doll Wes Anderson movie. Hey, what's up, Jared? We then meet our intrepid hero. He is a fella by the name of Augie Steenbeck. The actor portraying him in the film is a fellow by the name of Jones Hall, but in the movie proper, he's played by Jason Schwartzman. His wife has recently passed away, and he's carrying her ashes in a Tupperware. And he's traveling with his 4 children, his 3 very young, precocious little girls, and his older son, a young fella by the name of Woodrow. He is played by 8th grade alum Jake Ryan, who also portrays the actor, of course, playing Woodrow, who, along with grieving his mother, is also in the town of Asteroid City for a junior stargazer competition / event, along with other children, to win a prestigious award. The reason it is called Asteroid City is that 5,000 years prior, a meteorite landed smack dab, creating a large crater hole in the center of the town. And it is often a place where atomic bomb tests are a frequent occurrence. And so these kids are creating inventions that will bring about space travel. Among them includes Grace Edwards as Dina, whose mother is the terrific actress Midge Campbell, a Marilyn Monroe type played by Scarlett Johansson. The cast. We also have Tom Hanks as Stanley, who is the Woodrow's grandfather and the father-in-law of Jason Schwartzman's Augie, who is forced to come down to Asteroid City to take the kids off after his car breaks down by a mechanic who accidentally causes the car to explode, played by Matt Dillon. Again, this cast. We also have in the loop a fast-talking General Griff, played by Jeffrey Wright, as well as some of the parents of the other winners, among them competitors, among them Liev Schreiber, Hope Davis, and Stephen Park. We also have a attendant of the town who is selling prime real estate, among other snacks and soda, via vending machine. He's played by Steve Carell. Again, this cast. We also have a school teacher, played by Maya Hawke, who begins a relationship with a singing cowboy, played by Rupert Friend. We also have time for interludes involving a stage director, played by Adrian Brody, who is working on the play, and his relationship with his ex-wife, Pong Chow. We also have appearances from the likes of, in other roles that I will not go into for fear of spoilers, by the likes of Willem Dafoe, Margot Robbie, Tony Revolori, I can never get this guy's name right, Jeff Goldblum, Sophia Lillis, Fisher Stevens, and Bob Balaban, as well as a scientist played by Tilda Swinton. What is going on here? What is the play? And what is the making of the play? What's reality? What's fantasy? It's a nesting doll, and it's Wes Anderson. Let the quirky, highly symmetrical shenanigans begin. So, Asteroid City is terrific. This is a as anyone knows, I am a massive Wes Anderson fan. I've seen all his shorts. I've seen all 11 now of his features, and I think that his last three films, The Grand Budapest Hotel, Isle of Dogs, and The French Dispatch, are all very, very good. They're great even. Asteroid City might be Anderson's best film since 2012's Moonrise Kingdom, which is one of, if not my favorite Wes Anderson film. This is great. I loved Asteroid City. In fact, this is one of my very, very, very favorite films of the year so far. And what I loved about this movie was, like the best of Anderson's work, what I loved about this film was, it doesn't. Yes, it has the perfectly symmetrical, handmade quirkiness of Anderson. All of Anderson's movies do. Anderson is never going to make a normal movie shot on Kodak film, of course. It's all the details, the 60s and 50s sort of pop soundtrack. It's all the typical Anderson stuff. The frequent smoking, the disillusioned Wise Beyond Their Years kids, and the disillusioned kind of neglectful adults. Everything about it, all the themes are there. But I think what Anderson does best at his absolute peak, in movies like Moonrise Kingdom, Grand Budapest, Rushmore, films of that, Royal Tenenbaums, what he does when he's at his absolute best is show, in his own subtle way, the melancholy that underpins his quirky little universes. And Asteroid City is a perfect example of this. This is a film about grief. It's a film about faith. It's a film about, and religion. It's about life on other planets and the meaning of life. And it's about the boundaries between art and reality, theater and real life, fantasy and storytelling, and the scenes that break. Without giving too much away, certain elements of the backstage element eventually bleed into the play. The film is split into acts, as per usual, of Anderson, and frequently, both within those acts and between those acts, we go back to the making of the play for these other little short interludes, and eventually the scenes begin to kind of blur. The alien itself, when it shows up, and it does, is a really cool design. But what the movie really gets at is the idea of first off, what does it mean to grieve, and do we create our own artifices to hide from the sadness of grief? Do we create our own, maybe not a whole play, but do we create our own sort of elaborate defense mechanisms against grief to shut out reality? And it also ties in with the space element of, there's a frequent reference to, when you don't believe in faith, it's like, okay, but the person is out in the stars. Someone we lose is in the stars. And that becomes sort of like a recurring thing, and it ties into the space element of the idea of like, what is the meaning of life, and is it out there? And is it out there in space if it's not here on Earth? Um, and what's our place in that universe? What's my favorite Liev Schreiber performance? Oh, geez. Um, Let me think about that for a second, Drew. That's a good question. He's a terrific actor. He's great in this as well. Um, but it's also a movie about like contact and the idea of finding life on another planet, and what that could mean for mankind. And the dynamic between Jason Schwartzman and Tom Hanks. I mean, the idea of he doesn't really like Jason Schwartzman that much, but he loves the children that his daughter and Jason Schwartzman created to the degree that his heart is open to Jason Schwartzman. It's really interesting, and I really enjoyed what it was trying to do. I understand that Anderson is an acquired taste, and there are some people who really don't like his style or don't. He was good at Sabretooth. That movie, as Sabretooth, that movie was, but he was good. He was good. Yeah, I agree. Um, but I just feel like Anderson. There's something about Anderson that one of the things I just love about him is that he is a humanist director underneath the archness. Like truly, he is. Um, it's. I just love this movie. This is one of my very favorite films of the year so far. I loved Asteroid City. I loved every minute of it. And guys, I'm gonna give it. Yeah, you see it. Bang! 5 out of 5 stars plus for Asteroid City. This is terrific. I love this movie. Just wonderful, wonderful movie. All right. Okay. I have to remind myself real quick to answer Drew's question. Oh yeah, okay. The answer to your question is Scream 2. Scream 2 is my favorite performance as Cotton Weary. That is your answer, Drew. That is my question. My question. My answer to your question. All right. That being said, 5 out of 5 stars plus for Asteroid City. Let's close the book on it. Trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash. The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. This looks really interesting. I'm kind of. Here's the thing I'll say about the Hunger Games, real quick. I love the first Hunger Games movie. I actually love the first Hunger Games movie. I think that it doesn't get enough credit for how good it is as drama or as filmmaking. I thought that what Gary Ross did with that was really, really impressive. And it's insanely rewatchable. And the second one, I don't love with the same enthusiasm as a lot of other people do, mainly because it just feels like a bigger reskin of the first movie. Kind of to me. I think it's a good movie. I do recommend it. I think all of them are good, but it's yeah. The third one is a placeholder. The fourth one is fine, I guess, but it all felt kind of pointless by the end of the last one. So I don't know. Rachel Zegler's really good. So Shazam Fury of the Gods notwithstanding. So yeah, it looks interesting. Anyway, Priscilla. This is Sofia Coppola's new movie about Priscilla Presley. You had me at Sofia Coppola. Yeah, this looks really good. Yeah. Even Jacob O'Lordy looks pretty good as Elvis in this. Theater camp. We are going to be talking about this soon. I think I've said this before. I've already seen this film. I saw this film at Sundance. It is hilarious. I can't wait for you all to see it and for it to come out so I can give it a proper review. But it was very good. And the trailer does a good job of representing its humor. Gran Turismo, talked about it, looks good, I guess. It does look like a PlayStation ad, though. Oppenheimer, talked about it, looks good. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, talked about it, looks good. My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. I love the first My Big Greek Wedding. The second one is, I hope this, I hope this is good. I still like these characters. I hope it's good. Drive Away Dolls. This is the latest film from Ethan Coen, not Joel, but Ethan Coen, one of the Coen brothers. Margaret Qualley is in it. She's always good. Matt Damon's in it. It looks a bit like a classic Coen brothers type of movie. These two girls in the South, two young women, are driving cross country, and a bunch of gangsters, it turns out they want this briefcase that is in the trunk of their car. Look, after Sanctuary, I could watch Margaret Qualley in just about anything, so it looks really interesting. And what was their shawarma? Yes, during the credits, there is a very, very subtle but very funny shawarma. That is all I will say during the first half of the credits. Yeah, that's all I'll say. There is nothing after, though. All right, that is it. We will be back Sunday for a review of the Disney film World's Best. Monday we'll have a review of the action, crime, horror, thriller God is a Bullet, starring Nikolaj Coster-Waldau. Then we're off to Utah, where we'll have more reviews to come. That'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant the Movie and TV Guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love you, classes, Mr. 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does, but that's what you're supposed to do. Or so I've been told. Leave a comment, even if it's, hey, Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at RaisedOnPopcornWithGrant. Twitter, I am at RaisedGrant. You can find me on Facebook, Raised on Popcorn with Grant. Instagram, Raised on Popcorn with Grant. Serialized, all one word, all lowercase, Raised on Popcorn. Check out my podcast, Raised on Popcorn with Grant, the podcast, on Spotify and Anchor. Some of you already have, but even if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important, and I want to know down below, what did you think of Asteroid City? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Do you think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Make my own extra butter. Catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone. See you around.